Assalamualaikum to Madam Hazlina binti Harumaini. Today, me and my group member wants to present about graph and chart. But first of all, let me introduce myself and my group member. My name is Nurul Shahida binti Shaha, metric number 1040. Putri Shahrina binti Zailani 1054 and Aina Shazlina binti Muhammad Syukur 1060. This is our title for the project, which is Factor that Influence Brand Loyalty Towards Smartphone Among Generation Y in Johor. This is our introduction to this research. This chart shown that the gender of the respondent in Johor, out of the 384 respondents that completed our questionnaire, 51.6% of these were women and 48.4% were men. Next, the chart shown is district in Johor. The majority of the respondents are from Johor Bahru, which is 23.2%, and the lowest is from Pontian, which is 7%.
And then, as you can see from the bar graph, the average age population of the respondent in this study are 25 until 28, which is 41.9%, and the smallest percentage of respondents are 37 to 40 years old, which is 17.2. And then for the types of smartphone they use, iPhones are the first are currently account for 140 users from the total respondents, and the smallest one is the Realme, which are considered the lowest with only 12 users.
Okay, this is our data for the section brand image. The question under brand image are, other people judge me by the kind of smartphone I use. Second, I think my smartphone brand is well known and prestigious. The third one is, I think my smartphone is fashionable and elegant. and the last one, I think my smartphone is number one among other smartphone brand. The highest respondent for the strongly agree is other people judging. It has 233 respondents, which is equivalent to 60.7%. And for the lowest is strongly agree, is well known and prestigious. It has 145 respondents, which is comprised 37.8%. Secondly, the highest respondent for the agree is well known and prestigious, which has 162 respondents, and for the lowest in agree is other people judging, which has 123 respondents. Thirdly, the highest respondent for the uncertain data is well known and prestigious, which has 67 respondents, and for the lowest in uncertain is other people judging, which has 27 respondents. Next, the highest respondent for the disagree data is well known and prestigious, which has 9 respondents, and for the lowest in disagree other people judging and number one smartphone share the same amount of respondent, which is 1 respondent. Lastly, the highest respondent for the strongly disagree is well known and prestigious. It has 1 respondent, and the lowest for the strongly disagree are other people judging, fashionable and elegant, and number one smartphone. These 3 questions under brand image share the same value, which is 0 respondent. Next.
So, I will explain the next graph, which is about the perceived brand quality. The bar graph above shows the result of Likert scale for four different questions under the items of perceived brand quality of smartphone. This graph compares each item from strongly disagree to strongly agree. This blue bar represents the numbers of respondents who strongly agree. The total respondents who strongly agree with the statement about good quality they perceive from smartphone is 236 people, which equivalent to 61.5%. It is the highest strongly agree compared to the item brand reputation. As you guys can see, the number of respondents who strongly agree with the statement of brand reputation is 143 people, which is considered the lowest strongly agree in this graph. Furthermore, the yellow bar graph represents the numbers of respondents who agree. The highest agree in the bar graph is brand reputation, with 166 people, which comprise 43.2% from the total respondents. Moreover, there are 65 people who are uncertain with the brand reputation statement, which is considered the highest percentage of uncertain compared to brand quality. They have the lowest percentage, which comprise 5.7 from the total respondent. Finally, strongly disagree is equally the same with brand quality and brand reputation, which account for just only one people, which is equivalent to 0.3%.
Okay, Assalamualaikum. My name is Putri Sharina binti Zailani. My metric number 1054. Now I will continue regarding the customer satisfaction that influence brand loyalty towards the smartphone. It is basically on like scale, which there has strongly agree, uncertain, disagree, and strongly disagree. So the highest respondent for the strongly agree is for the section which they satisfied for the good value of for the money paid, which is 236 respondent that consists 61.5%, while when it compared to the other section, it is consists the section of they would recommend the smartphone to friends if they satisfied is considered the lowest of the strongly agree that only 145 responding that takes of 37.8%. Other than that, on the scale of the highest agree on this graph is basically on they would recommend the smartphone to friends as they satisfied with a smartphone that consists of 162 respondents, which comprise 42.2%. For the uncertain part, there also has the highest respondent from all, which has 67 respondents. Consists 17.4% that regarding section they will recommend the smartphone to friends if they satisfied compared to good value of for the money paid that has lowest percentage 7% from total of the respondent. On disagree scale, there has only a small percentage of each section. However, among of 384 respondents, there has only one respondent who had answered strongly disagree in terms of they would recommend the smartphone to friends if they say satisfy. It only comprise 0.3% of total respondent. Okay, next slide. So, based on conclusion, there has three factors that influence brand loyalty towards the smartphone, which is brand image, perceived brand quality, and customer satisfaction. Majority of respondents agreed that on brand image of version people judging on smartphone use, while on perceived quality, the good quality of smartphone they receive, and also for customer satisfaction for a session that of good value for the money paid. The marketer need to maintain the quality brand image so that people are satisfied with the smartphone that will lead to brand loyalty. It will benefit companies due to repeat purchase and continued customer loyalties. So that's all from us. Thank you.